In this video, we are going to see about how to use the branching and looping statements in Python. So you all aware about the branching statements, that is decision making statements. If else, nested if else, and then else if else if ladder, that is multi-way if else if statements. So all these are called as the branching statements, or we can say that the decision making statements. Based on the condition, the code will be executed. So if it is an if statement, how it will execute? The same thing. If the condition is true, the statements inside the if block will be executed. Otherwise, the condition is false, the statements outside the block will be started executing. So here is an example for getting a two numbers, and we'll check both the numbers are same or not. So we are receiving two input numbers. So by using the eval function, we are getting the inputs from the user. So then the condition is what? Both the numbers are same or not. So either you can use the equal to operator, or you can take the subtraction. If the result is 0, then we can say that both the numbers are same. Otherwise, we can say that both the numbers are not same. So for checking the condition, based on the condition, the statement block will be executed. So if else, if the condition is true, the set of statement will be executed. If the condition is false, then another set of statements will be executed. So look at this, the same thing. We are getting the two inputs from the user, num1 and num2. So if num1 is greater than num2, then the message displayed is number 1 is greater than number 2. So in case if the condition is false, then I think we all know that, right? Number 2 is greater than number 1. So this is an example program. So making use of if else if statement. So in the column 1, they have given basic pay, HRA, DA, conveyance, incentives, and then bonus. So all these allowances plus basic pay they have given. The same way the column 2 also. So when the sales exceed or equal to 1 lakh, automatically it follow column 1. So or else will follow the column 2. So let's see how do we implement these conditions by using the if statement. So first get the total sales. Then if the sales is greater than 1 lakh, so what will be the basic pay? 4,000. Or else if the basic pay, if the total sales is very much less, that is it is not greater than equal to 1 lakh, it is less than means, then we can put it on the, we can put the relevant basic pay, HRA, DA, incentives, bonus, and then conveyance. So based on the condition, the corresponding statements will be executed. So here, just look at this, the differences there in the allowances. So bonus here, if it is lesser than 1 lakh means, the total sales is lesser than 1 lakh means, so the bonus will be 500 and the conveyance will be 500. But here if the sales is greater than 1 lakh means, then bonus will be 1000 and the conveyance will be 500. So then we are displaying all those things. So in this way we can demonstrate the usage of if else. So this is another example. You can combine two conditions also. By using AND operator or operator, we can combine these two conditions. We can combine one or more conditions by using AND. So we can nest one if inside the another if. That is also possible. So make sure that the indentation should be very clear whenever we are moving on to the different paragraphs like that. So this is an example for the nested if statement. So here the first condition is number 1 greater than number 2, and the second condition is if number 2 greater than number 3, then automatically we all know that number 1 is greater than number 2, or else number 1 is less than number 2 and 3. So these are the outputs that you will get it when you run the program. So this is an example for if-else flag. So if there are more than 4 or 5 conditions, then we can move on to the multi-way if-else. So this is an example for multi-way if-else. So here 5 conditions they have given. Based on these conditions, the marks will be the percentage. It will display the range. Okay, there is a first class or second class or distinction or something like that. So first get 5 subject marks and then sum up those 5 subject marks, then calculate the percentage. So if the percentage is within that range, then automatically we all know that that particular thing has to be executed. So these are the, this is the solution for the first one. This is another example. So here the number and the word, you always used to say September means it is 09, but here also they have considered the same. So again, if there are multiple conditions in your question, then we can move on to the if else. So in this video, what you are going to see about is what are the branching and looping statements, right? So far we have seen the branching statements. So next we move on to the looping statements. So you all know that what are the looping statements available? While and then for loop. So this is an example for while. So while means if the condition is true, then the block of statements will be executed. If the condition is false, the block of statement will not be executed. So just look at this. This is an example for loop. So we are using a range function, or we cannot use the, here we are using the range function. So this range function will give you the collection of elements. So from this collection, it will take each element and do the process inside the block. And again, it takes the second element and compare with the original. Then you will get the, it will start executing and you will find out the output. So range means it will give you the collection of numbers from the starting index to the ending index. So this is an example program for arithmetic operations. So here 2 numbers are received as input and followed by the choice. Based on the choice, the operation will be executed. So this is an output for the addition, subtraction, multiplication. So these are the things that you can try on your own. This is very easy thing. You can make use of any kind of branching statements and any kind of looping statements. So I hope you all understood about what are the branching statements and what are the looping statements that are available in Python programming. Thank you.